Hey friends, so I just recently joined this TikTok app and I can safely say I'm addicted. In just 3 days of being on this app, I have grown my following to more than my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube combined. Like, in just 1 month, I grew from 0 to 8,000 followers. Like, imagine starting an Instagram account completely from scratch, not telling anybody about it, and going from 0 to 8,000 in 1 month. Like, some of y'all can probably relate, but I can't. So, to get to the story, I promise I'm not clickbaiting you. I was scrolling through TikToks and this girl, Ariel_KC, kept showing up in my feed. And after watching a couple of hilarious videos from her, I started realizing that I loved her content and I wanted to follow her. When I went to her profile, on her profile it said that she was from Kansas City, Missouri. Well, guess where I'm from? Take a wild guess at where I'm located. I ended up going to her Instagram and I added her, and she actually followed me back. And by this time I wanted to message her and be like, OMG, we're from the same area, you want to be friends? But I kind of chickened out. Later that same day, Ariel ended up doing a live stream on TikTok. For those of you who don't know, TikTok allows you to live stream yourself on the platform whenever you reach 1,000 followers. Well, I watched Ariel's live stream, of course, and in her live stream, she mentioned how she was trying to go on a date and how her date stood her up whenever she got to her location. And she said out loud to 200 people watching her live that, hey, I am bored, and if anyone is around my area and wants to meet up, that would be cool. Well, guess who was bored too? I ended up getting her attention on her live stream and was like, hey, I'm in your area. You want to go get smoothies? I had to throw this in here for technicality reasons, and also she would want me to elaborate on this. It wasn't like a real date, it was just a friend of hers who she was trying to meet up with. I just call one-on-one hangout sessions a date. I know it can get confusing. My bad. Long story short, she ended up agreeing and we added each other on Snapchat and just communicated our plans through there. I sent her the Snapchat video of me being like, hey, I'm a real person. I just wanted to make sure that you're comfortable with meeting up and that I'm 100% serious about this. And she was all like, yeah, dude, that's totally cool. I'm fine with it. And so we get to the smoothie shop and we have like a 2-hour hangout session and we get to know each other, of course, and we talk about her TikToks, and she ends up adding me on TikTok, which was super awesome. And she was actually super complimentary towards my videos. And after our hangout session, we both shot a TikTok for each of each other's channels. And gave each other a shout out, and honestly it was just such an amazing time.
Story time. Someone else's phone edition. So I had plans with somebody else to go on a date, and I got stood up. So since I got stood up, I went live on TikTok, and somebody messaged me that they wanted to meet up with me instead, and then guess what?
I got to meet Ariel!
I got to meet one of my fans!
Yay!
Follow him!
Go follow Ariel. She's so cool, she's so real, and she's just hilarious.
Story time. So yesterday I had plans to get lunch with a friend, and I got stood up. He fell asleep and didn't show up, but I didn't know he was asleep, so I was just assuming that I got stood up. Because I was waiting for so long, I decided to just go live on TikTok and tell people how I was stood up and bored. And somebody who follows me and is a fan of my work commented, I'm in your area, let's get smoothies. Me being crazy, I decided to say yes, and we linked up. And it was so fun. He is so talented and so funny. You guys need to go follow him. It was so crazy to have plans that totally failed and then just go meet up with a random fan. It was phenomenal, and I hope to meet all of you guys too one day. I'm not gonna enter a clip of us meeting up yesterday to end the video. Wanted to meet up with me instead, and then guess what?
I got to meet Ariel!
I got to meet one of my fans!
Yay!
Follow him!
Go follow Ariel. It was so spontaneous of both of us to even consider risking the idea of just meeting up with a total stranger from the internet. I honestly have almost been kidnapped multiple times in the past due to my poor habit of talking to strangers. I'm just not afraid of people. I'm social and outgoing, and I will talk to or hang out with just about anybody. My point that I'm trying to get at is that meeting up with someone you don't know is just a roll of the dice. I know in the past people have always said, oh, don't meet up with people you meet online, but in today's world, that's just more normal. I don't want to say don't meet up with people you meet across the internet, because honestly, I feel like there are a lot of truly amazing people that you can connect with out there. What I am saying though is that just be a little smarter than me about it. Don't meet up with anyone who gives you a bad vibe, who isn't truthful, who you haven't seen in a credible fashion like Snapchat or any form of video usage. Always meet in a public location, and always tell someone where you're going before you just bail on out. That last step was the one that I missed in this situation. I kind of just impulsively ran out the door without telling anyone what was going on. But luckily, I'm alive, and I would not take back my experience for the world. And a lot of you can sit here and be like, oh, she's not that famous. But to be honest, a lot of people would kill to have the following that she does. And second of all, I never run into anybody famous in Kansas City, let alone hoping to make a solid friendship out of it. She actually knows a lot of people that I know that I went to college with, which was also something that we talked about in our hangout session. I mean, seriously, she has got a golden personality. And she doesn't have a YouTube yet, but she plans on having a YouTube, and we talked about a possible YouTube collab in the future. But if you have a TikTok, go follow her at Ariel_KC because she is so entertaining. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thank you guys for listening to my story today. If you have a TikTok or any other social media, you can follow me at Kota at most social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. And if you like this video, you are more than welcome to give it a thumbs up. And if you want more videos, you can subscribe to my channel. Until next time, friends.